Licensed franchise games were often a mess when they made it to a home console from their success of the motion picture, like The Wizard of Oz that was just god-awful, and don't get me started with the Batman Forever game. These were probably some of the worst games in the Super Nintendo library. Does Super Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back turn a new leaf with movie franchises? In today's video, you'll find out. Super Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back is a run-and-gun game and is the second one in the franchise that was released on the Super Nintendo in 1993. It improves on the original release with similar controls, but adds a double jump. You can also deflect enemy attacks with the use of Luke's lightsaber. Just remember, you'll have to stand still in order to do so. So now you have the blaster and the lightsaber right off the bat. You can press Y to shoot or hold Y for auto fire. It's kinda cool having built-in turbo on a Super Nintendo game when standing still and using the auto fire. I always hated games where if you needed to fire fast, you had to mash the Y button all the time. Press the B button to jump, or pressing it twice will do the double jump for you. This was really cool in attacking enemies. You can also roll by pressing the diagonal and the B button. This was helpful from getting out of certain dangerous situations. You have a ton of playable characters in Luke SkyWalker, Han Solo, heck, even Chewbacca makes an appearance. Super Star Wars takes a break occasionally from the run-and-gun levels and lets you fly around chasing down AT-ATs or AT-STs. Man, these Mode 7 stages are fun, although the low frame rate is less than what you'd be used to for 2022 standards. There's also some stages where you're flying the Millennium Falcon and face off against TIE fighters in levels that are almost like a trimmed down version of the popular X-Wing and TIE fighter games that were popular on PC at the time. I thought that this stage was great. There was no slowdown at all. To add to the variety, there's also horizontal shooter levels that really remind me of Gradius. You're just blasting away at enemies, which is great. The insane difficulty from the first Super Star Wars game is still here in Empire Strikes Back. It might not be as bad once you've played the first game. If it's your first time playing through Empire Strikes Back, I would suggest looking at a playthrough first before attempting this one. At least there's a password system that lets you put down the game and pick up where you left off instead of having to play through it straight. One really cool thing about The Empire Strikes Back is the use of cutscenes and text in between stages. This really helps break up each of the stages and gives you some perspective that you're playing through a Star Wars game, even if it doesn't follow the movie exactly. Luke also has added all kinds of really cool force powers that help you feel like you're a Jedi when using them. You have to scroll through them by pressing either the L or R button to cycle through them. He's got invisibility, elevation, mind control, deflect, super lightsaber, anti-motion, freeze, and health. These force powers were a great addition in order to help you make it further in the game, especially since you can use the health power-ups to convert the force orbs you'll pick up along the way over to your health bar. I thought that the boss battles were just insane. The bosses have so many hit points and just take so much damage. I thought that there was no way I could survive long enough to take any of them down. Oh, and don't get me started on Darth Vader. You'll be lucky to even survive 5 seconds on this fight on hard. There are a couple of different game modes, Easy, Brave, and Jedi. Well, I'm not brave enough to choose either the Jedi or Brave mode, so I put it on Easy, and wow, this game puts hard Super Nintendo games to shame. Even the Easy mode is harder than some quote-unquote hard Super Nintendo games. There are ways to farm full health since the enemies respawn, so be careful and take it slow while picking up hearts along the way. So yeah, Empire Strikes Back definitely improves on the first Star Wars game with the addition of the double jump and giving you the blaster and lightsaber right off the bat. I also really liked how the game is broken up between the platforming stages to the shoot 'em up stages as well as the flying stages. The reviews were really great back in the day, and that was really nice to see. I would say that Super Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back is a top 100 Super Nintendo game of all time. If you can somehow manage getting through the bosses, Super Empire Strikes Back is definitely worth playing today. I'm the Retro Kingpin, thanks for watching.